Hello everyone, and welcome to my new YouTube channel, Pro Spirit Raincaller. Some people just call me Pro Spirit, or Pro, or Spirit, but it all works. I'm just happy to be here. Now in my first video, I did a little fun video about the baseline of my character, about how she became an acolyte for the god of the Esthete. Yeah, I know it's a weird word to pronounce, but I wanted to show you what I've been building so far. And maybe talk a little bit about who I am, why I'm here, what the Alakai SMP is, and what it potentially will be one day. First off, I'm going to show you my place, and we'll see how it goes. So you come here, and you're at the dock of the place that I've decided to call Memoria. Some of you might know where that comes from. Good for you if you do. This is just like a little sign I put here so people who are coming to my base would know where it is, what it is, because there's a lot of ocean around me. First thing I had to build was these stairs. And this actually took a little bit of effort in a creative world to figure out just the right size and how to do it best. I wanted something that would be ascending but not straight. And I ended up using like a couple of pixel circles to try and figure out how to make them go just the way I wanted to and with a good elevation. Now keep in mind that this build is not complete, not even close. I've got a long way to go. Like that stone spire that's underneath that building over there, I want to put another one here. I want to finish along the bottom of the stairs with it as well. And the other platform, which we'll get to over there, I want to add one there too. I do have some stones starting to be ready to start working on those things, but I'm just not done yet. And keep that in mind throughout this entire build. So as you come into the castle, you can see that there's elevation gain going up to the castle up top. You can't just walk over to it. And that was on purpose. I wanted there to be a sense of rising up out of the sea. So here first is the horse stable, where I've got 2 of the 4 horses I'm going to have eventually. Over there we have Mirren. You can't really see her name tag though. And here's Bella. There will be 2 more eventually. I haven't decided what they're going to be yet. Something cool, hopefully. I'm hoping to add in some cool decorations along the sides here where there's not quite a lot going on quite yet. There will be more later. Over here is our first offshoot. Nice big round building where I've actually got all of my villagers. All the villagers are kept in their nice little stalls where they can get their work done, stay safe, not be a problem for anyone, and they all get jobs of their own kind. Hello. There are 2 that are wandering free. Those are my breeders, so that I can get more. Not worried about that today. There's also a couple of iron golems just hanging around just in case. And then we go upstairs where this will... It's not permanent. This is just to make sure the wandering ones don't get out. Oh, I didn't know you were here. We're going to go in. And this is the top floor where we have the librarians and the clerics. I guess it's nighttime. They're going to sleep. But more. Lots of librarians. 3 clerics. Make sure we get everything we need. Let me go back over here. And get to see the orange eye. The eye of the Esthete that's watching you as you're walking around his island. This is his island, not mine. I am just the acolyte who takes care of it for him. Oh, didn't realize that was still there. Guess bring some food out since I like to get hurt. And over here is where I'm farming turtles. Little turtles get their own little island. And they got a cute little covered bridge. Something pretty. Again, hoping to have more decorations on around the outside eventually. Just not there yet. Eventually, not yet. Hello, kitty. And over here we have the 3rd island, where I've set up a nice terracotta pattern. Nice and beautiful. And I'm hoping here I'm going to build a giant black griffin who's going to be like the sign of the Esthete. That's like what his form is in the game. Well, at least in our lore. And that's probably going to take a backseat for a little while longer while I keep working on the castle, but I'll get there eventually. Go back over here. And we've got another little pen for my foxes. I call them my baby fundies. They're just cute. They get all the little berries they want. They don't have any special purpose. They're just cute. There is a way to get up on top, and you can walk all the way around the outside wall as well. The entire thing is enclosed. And then we go into the castle itself. And here is the throne. So when people come to visit me, this is where I will wait for them. And all around you will see the banners that I've placed. All the orange eyes staring at them. Over here we've got just a little trophy room that I'm working on. A couple of heads, some neat items. It'll be filled more with time. I did have a creeper head over here, but it is being used for a little game of Monopoly we're starting between the friends here on the server. We're going to go downstairs first. I have turned off all of my creature sounds so that this room isn't super loud and heard from upstairs, but here is where I've got all my farms. First we've got a lava farm. This is really good to keep my giant smelter system going, because right now I'm smelting copper, mostly for our game of Monopoly that I've set up a board for. I can show you that in a few minutes. And I've decided to work on a glass project for a little bit, so need lots of glass. I've also got rocks down here that I'm going to keep working on, leftover terracotta, and the smooth sandstone I was thinking of using for like the claws and stuff for the griffin. Then we've got a little chicken farm here that's recessed into the wall, gives me feathers and cooked chicken. Always good to have a food source. Over here is where I got my sheep farm. They hang out, they get shorn, they're all happy, I'm happy, I get wool. Yeah, it just went off. And over here, we have a food farm. These are all carrots, at least right now. I was doing wheat for a little while, but I like the golden carrots. And I've got a couple things just kicking around. On this server, we actually have a little add-on where when you do farming, you get little extra foxes. You get experience when you do farming, so it's a really great way to keep my gear upgraded and safe, nothing breaks. We got, this originally was a bamboo, but I need the paper a lot more. So now both sides are sugarcane. And my great big nether portal. We'll come back to that. This just goes down into my mine. It's nothing special right now. The mine isn't even all that special. I happened to dig right into a zombie spawner. So that was kind of neat. But it's all lit up right now. It's nothing special. Let me start going up, and here we get to the library. So here is where all of the librarians can sit and do their research and their work and writing things down. We've got our little enchanting nook, so I can get my enchanting done. All extra books and stuff we could possibly need is here. Plus a little anvil just in case. And over here we've got a little bit of brewing stuff. So I only got 2 brewing stands at the moment, a setup with some water so that there's always water available, a couple potions, a couple ingredients, and making sure netherwort is always growing. On the outside, got little balconies we can step onto, keep an eye on things, look out over the world, make sure no one's causing problems. It goes into our first bedroom. This is the only little bit I've done in this bedroom right now, just interesting little bed. There will be more in here for the person who lives here eventually, just not right at this moment. We've got another little balcony going over the top. I was planting a tree over there, but I didn't like how it looked, so I took it down. You can see more of the night sky. Awesome balcony. A friend was staying here for a little bit after he joined the game, but he has since moved on to start his own place, taking all of his stuff with him. So this room is completely empty. It will get filled eventually, but not right now. And a little balcony that was just for him. The reason for the grass is he had actually let my sheep downstairs out, and one had wandered into his room, so I was letting the sheep stay there for a little bit. And then he moved out and left the sheep, so the sheep had to go back downstairs. And then we're going to go upstairs here, and this room is very much not finished. This is going to be my room. It was just planks on the floor and a bed and like a crafting table and some furnaces just to get me by for a while. But this is definitely one of the projects I want to work on so you guys can see what I'm doing. I will have to move all that storage system and one of my dogs. There's more downstairs. It will be a work in progress, but one we'll get to. I didn't like what I was doing there when I started designing it, and I've stopped so I can kind of think it over, come up with some ideas. This is where I farm phantoms, so when they decide to pop up and start being annoying, I come up here, they get stuck in the webs, and I kill them, and they give me their membranes. It's a great exchange. Love it. And in case I need to get down, just one there. I've also got a lot of cats up here. They love to hang out. But one thing I really like is my little water here. I absolutely love I absolutely love my trident where I can just zip around. So I've got a couple little water pools, so I can just go where I need to go. Nice and fast and easy. Now, what's fun is when I'm here and whoever's coming to visit me is giving me some ideas I'm feeling threatened, I can zip over here to behind the throne where some of my dogs are starting to show up. What are you guys doing out of here? You're supposed to be in the corner. Silly puppy. Come sit with your brothers and sisters. Come on. No! Fine, go sit with these brothers and sisters. I don't care which ones. Just sit down. Editor Pro Spirit here. Originally I was going to show off the room behind the throne, but it is very much incomplete. Something I'd like to save for a surprise once it's actually done. So be just sure to check back for that later. But that is mostly the castle. I thought maybe it'd be a little fun to start working on the stone spire on the bottom of this main island. Now, you're wondering, what is the Alakai SMP? And who's Alakai? Well, Alakai is actually a good friend of mine. We've known each other for a couple of years now. And originally, in 1.17, he had made a multiplayer world for him and his brother to play. But turns out his brother didn't play very much. So he decided to open the world up to his friends, myself included. And boy, did we have a good time with that. A bunch of us went in separate directions. I stayed kind of sort of close to Alakai near the spawn location, thinking that it would be more of a hub situation. People could come, people could go, and if they needed to stop and play or do something or do some trading with the villagers, they could. Turns out no one really used it that way. They were all more self-sufficient, and some had huge builds that just completely boggled my mind. But I mean, that's just how the game went. And then 1.18 was getting closer and closer, and we all kind of stopped, took a break, didn't think about it too hard, but started talking about wanting to do a little more once 1.18 came around. We're talking about maybe doing like storytelling and lore, and that sounds like a great idea. So we started talking about like what kind of lore we wanted to do and what kind of world we wanted to set up. Don't need the coal. There we go. That should be good. Got food. Yep. So we've got a whole lore system set up with the eyes that you can see in the bottom corner. The eyes are all representative of a different god. They're the same ones you saw in the temple there. There are 7 gods, at least right now. And those 7 gods all have a color, a god, and a meaning. So, for example, the white eye is the god of death and is the wither. But we're not talking about like the wither you can summon with a couple of skulls and some soul sand. We're talking about like a really scary god, like more like the Wither Storm from story mode, but not quite either. Something a little cooler, a little scarier, and something not of this world. So while you can summon withers who are more like his avatars or his children that have come to the server, I need to make some torches. Yeah, we're gonna stop for a second and go make some torches. So while those are like his representatives on the server, they're not him. It's not something you can kill that easily. Kind of like with the Ender Dragon. So one of our gods is the Ender Dragon. However, the Ender Dragon is just its avatar on the server. It's not the actual god itself. So going to kill it doesn't mean we're going to kill the god. It's just we're killing his avatar. He's grown too powerful. He needs to step back in line a little bit. And a bunch of us are planning on going and taking care of that pretty soon. I'm hoping to record that and share it with you guys a bit later. I tried doing a recording when we went and stormed a forest mansion not too long ago. Unfortunately, it didn't work out as well as I had hoped, and the recording ended up being really poor sounding. And it was really unfortunate. I was really looking forward to that. But what can you do? You go to test. That. I don't know why it sounded so poor. Like, here even my mic's not fantastic, but it was so bad. It was garbled and hard to hear, and I couldn't use any of it. I just couldn't. I'm not gonna put bad quality on my channel, especially when I'm just starting out. Now we got some torches, we can light up the area a little bit better and actually see what I'm doing. I know the shaders makes everything darker, but the shaders just makes the world a lot prettier too. I love the ocean it looks when the waves are watering, when the waves are lapping around, sorry. I love the look of the stars and the moon at night. But yeah, so we've decided to start up this server, and Alakai was saying he was going to do some streaming and recording, and I think he started trying, but he was feeling a bit nervous and maybe a little overwhelmed, and he'll come back to it. I'm hoping more people will join in on the fun, or at least let me show them off, and maybe show off their builds a bit. Some of the other people on the server include, his character name is Princess Derpy, but I call him Tibby. It's how I've known him for years. His name's Tiberius, I call him Tibby. And he's decided to take on the Eye of the Bountiful, who's the green eye, and basically really likes like nature and natural generation and how the world is the way it is. He's responsible for the water and the earth and just everything nature and pretty. He also made a little announcement the other day that it's a little frightening. I'm going to see if I can fix up that audio and share it with you guys another day, not today. Then we have Alakai, who's kind of like a middle of the road character. He isn't bound to any single eye or color, but he instead can hear every single god. Whereas I am an acolyte of the Esthete, he kind of intermittently works for everyone. That's an interesting turn. He has a voice for everybody. Why does that look like that? Something's shining down there. Let's go take a look. Oh, it's an ore. Okay. Oh no, this is where I was farming ore and put a torch so I could see. Okay. That's interesting. So yes, Alakai can talk to everybody. We also have Twy. He's the newest player to Minecraft on the server. I would be the second newest, actually. And he is a My Little Pony fan. We all are, but he's a My Little Pony fan and decided he wanted to do a temple dedicated to Starlight Glimmer. So that's what he's doing. And maybe I can show off his temple with his permission in a little bit. Not today again, but another day. I went and checked it out just the other day, and so far it's looking really great. It's mostly the walls are completed, and a bit more. Oh, guess I'll just fall in the water. Some of the other players are Chrissy, that's what I call him anyway, since we've known each other for a couple years now. And I don't think he's really taking to the whole eyes aspect. I think he's kind of a neutral player. But he's doing this like dwarven build, which is super cool. He's using amethyst to create like a giant room of amethyst. He's got like the budding ones so he can keep growing amethyst and make more blocks. It looks awesome, to be honest. Like it's just he's gonna have that look so amazing when he's done, and I thought I was doing a big build. His build is trouncing mine. Actually, this is the biggest build I've ever done. This whole castle, I've never done anything this big before, but I'm also kind of fairly new to the game. Total honesty time, I've maybe been playing for like a year. Maybe. So, I've actually got a kid. Yes, I'm old. I have a 9-year-old daughter who, about a year ago, I guess, started showing interest in Minecraft. And I had heard about the game, I knew it existed, I was familiar with the whole block concept, but I hadn't played it, and I didn't really have any interest in it. I had friends who played it, but I hadn't played it myself. But she wanted to play, and me trying to be a good parent, I'm like, okay, fine, we'll get it for you. And we bought her a version for the Switch. And to be on top of what she's doing and trying to take an interest in her interests, I learned about the game and how it works, and if I could answer any questions or help her out with anything, I was going to. And then I understood why this game is so popular. I was like, oh my goodness, why have I not been playing this all along? This is fantastic. I think starting here sounds good. Go a little further. And we're going to switch out. Don't need kelp. Don't need thunder. I should probably keep that one to be safe. We'll go like that for now. But I thought, why am I not playing this? So I started playing a little more seriously on the Switch. Need a little more scaffolding. And I showed my friends, like, hey guys, check out this thing, and it was the lamest house you'd ever seen. It was a birch cube, and I didn't understand how lighting worked. And I was like, why is there skeletons spawning in my house? I was such a noob. Like, I was the queen of noobs. I had no idea. So then they're like giving me advice, and sometimes a little bit too much advice all at once. Like they're telling me about like piglins and hoglins. It's like, guys, I've been playing this game for 25 minutes. I have no idea what you're talking about. And some of the other friends were like, guys, chill out, because they know that I like to like learn the game as I go. But it was a tricky road. And then another friend of ours, he started a multiplayer server. I was like, hey, everyone, come play. And a bunch of us did. It was pretty fun for a little while, but I don't know. He got controlling in not the greatest of ways. And like me being the scrub that I am, I didn't know about things like raids. I saw a dude with a crossbow shooting at me. I shot back at him. Next thing I know, I've got this debuff on me, and not idea what it is. But went back to the town to try and like repair and get some stuff done, and all of a sudden raid pops up. So I jumped onto the Discord and was like, help! So other people showed up and we all took out the raid together, and his area was set up really well, so there was no problem, nothing died. It was all safe. But then he got mad. Like mad that someone started a raid at his house, and I didn't do it on purpose. I really didn't. I straight up didn't know. So that was kind of upsetting because I didn't know any better. I was still new to the game at that point. And like he said that, I guess to the others, because they all joined before me, he said to the others that he didn't want us exploring too far because when 1.18 came out, they could all go explore the new generation and see what stuff was like. But no one ever told me that. So then when I went exploring, trying to go find a swamp, because I needed slime and was having a hard time finding one, he like got angry that I went out that far. And it's like, well, no one told me. So I don't know. It was stuff like that. And eventually I just didn't want to play there anymore. And I told the others that. Like the group of friends I'm closer with in this server. I told them I didn't want to play with him anymore. Because I didn't feel welcome. I didn't feel happy. And it turns out some of the others were kind of feeling somewhat the same way. Like one of our friends on this server, they go by the name of Luna. He loves big builds. That's like his thing. He does big builds, and he likes making them a surprise and having other people find them when he's done, which is totally fine. Like play however you want to play. But this other friend who was running the server, he like just teleported over. No word, no warning, no nothing. Just hey, how you going? Teleporting over. And it ruined the surprise, and it completely ruined his fun because he wanted to be a surprise. And maybe it was accidental, but it was stuff like that. And he claimed he wasn't cheating ever, but it's like, dude, you're cheating. Like, you have an elytra, and we haven't even gone to the end yet. You have a great big castle in the sky, like literally. Like, yes, my castle's in the sky too, but like I've got stairs going up to it. I've got pathways, and you can walk up. He had a castle so far in the sky that it was hard to render, and that like you had to go through his nether highway that he had built all before I got there just to get to his castle in the sky. I don't know, it was aggravating because it was difficult to play there and have fun. And that's all I really wanted to do was have fun with my friends. And that's kind of when Alakai decided to open things up to the rest of his friends because he was like, "Yeah, let's play together. Let's us play." Already doing pretty good. Let's go take a look from the other side. Oh yeah. I tried to MLG boat when I was doing the setup for that last video, and I killed myself in that boat. So that's the start of the spire, and it'll go all the way down into the water, like this one. is when you go underwater. And you want to activate? You want to activate, man? No? Alright, maybe you have to wait till it's light outside. I love this trident so much. I named it Vortex. All of my stuff is named. So my trident is Vortex, and because I hold the axe out while I'm using Vortex, it's called Razor Gale. And I've got Earth Shock, the pickaxe. I've got Quake, the shovel. Flame Shock, the sword, because it's got fire aspect on it. And I've got Thunder for my other trident, because it calls thunder down on things so I can get heads. Yes, I'm lame. Yes, I'm lame. What do you want? Anyway, we decided to migrate over here with other friends, and we're having a great time together. We did a raid on... Why do I keep picking up the kelp? We did a raid on a mansion the other day, and it went pretty well. There was 4 of us total. And while there wasn't a whole lot of loot to go around, we still had a good time, and that was the big thing. Unfortunately, Chrissy couldn't hang around too long. He was babysitting and had to keep an eye on the kids. And when I say babysitting, I mean his brothers and sisters, not like being paid to look after kids. He's got a big family. A big family. Let's put torch in the offhand so we can see it a bit better. That's better, right? Now you guys can actually see what I'm doing. I'm new. What do you want? Like that. Like that. Oh man, really? Thunder? Okay, we have to stop this. We have to go try and find... I like collecting heads. I need heads. It's just like a thing. I need more heads for my trophy room. And as soon as I hear thunder, I gotta go looking. Okay, but one quick thing. Options, video settings, shaders off. It's just a little bit easier to see them with the shaders off. We can turn them back on in a little bit. Come on. Yeah, excellent. A little bit easier to see. Okay, we need a creeper. I don't care about playing with you. I want a creeper. I need some food out so I don't die while I'm jumping around. Creeper! I totally missed. Excellent. Okay. Come on. No, we need you to come over to the skeleton. We want a skeleton head, don't we? Come on. No, skeleton, don't die to me. You gotta die to the creeper. Creeper, blow up. Excellent. Did you drop his head? I got his head. Woo! Alright. Let's go looking for another one. Oh, lots of creepers. Excellent. I'm gonna have you guys come all together. No, 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 no. Fine. Be like that. No, you can't die to me on my thorns. Stop dying to me on my thorns. Okay, we need you to blow up by the skeleton. Over by the skeleton. Come on, creeper. Okay, did I give me one? I don't see a head. Oh, there was one. Goodbye, you. You go back for that head. Excellent. Alright, wow! No! Is there another one here? Think that skeleton died before... Oh, zombie head. Excellent. Do you stack? You excellent, you stack. This has already been a successful mission. Yeah, we don't need the bow. Let me take the scaffolding back. Excellent. Ooh. Now we need more. I would love more creeper heads. Creeper. Creeper, creeper, creeper. I really should do this and get blow up one of my friends so I can get their head. That would be excellent. What if they'd let me do that? Oh, creepers. Alright, let's see if we can... Excellent. Now can we lure you over here? Come on. We need more skeleton heads. Stop killing yourself. Stop killing yourself. Oh, I didn't kill the other creeper. Darn it. Kill the skeleton? The skeleton's wearing... oh, the zombie's wearing the skeleton head. Thank you. Okay. Where did that other creeper go? I don't want to play with you. You dodged? Okay, fine. You get to die. Happy now? Alright, let's see. Flowers. Take a little experience. And this isn't over by anyone's space, so they're not going to get mad at me when there's giant holes in the floor. Alright, let's go take another look real quick. Oh, let's not do that again. Alright, you want to play? Let's play. I think the thunderstorm might be over, unfortunately. I think our chances are over. Still, not bad. 2 skeleton, 2 zombie. This is pretty good. So let's head back home and put those up in the trophy room. Without falling in the lava pit. Oh, bad story about that one. One night, I was playing on my computer. And I was starting to drift off, didn't think too much about it, until I woke up at my computer and I died swimming in lava and I lost everything. Everything! It was so bad. But I've recovered since then. It's all good. Why didn't I fall off the front end? There we go. Alright, so where should we put these? New heads. Skeleton go there. Skeleton here. Zombie boy. You go there. You go there. No! Wrong spot. No, you're supposed to break, silly. There we go. Nice. A couple more zombie heads than anything else. I really need to work on getting more creepers. Let's go back to working on the spire. Thunder, we don't need you right now. Quake, you can go up. Oh, that's good. Excellent. Okay. I missed. Oh, well. We'll go this way. So yeah, I've been playing about a year. It's been great fun, especially when I'm playing with my friends that I like. Not that it wasn't fun playing on the other server, this was less fun. This is more fun. And I feel like I actually get to contribute here, not just whatever. Ooh! That's what efficiency does for you. Makes everything break faster. Sometimes this server's a little laggy, and I'm not really sure why. Don't think it's me. Might be on Mojang's end. I mean, they've been doing some work lately. I need to break that. There we go. On this side, I want to like lean in more, like have it go a steeper incline than over there. So I'm gonna try and like pull it in faster, I guess. There we go. Why are you being a little bit laggy, system? That's just silly. Go. So, to give you an idea of how much of a noob I was, one day, one of my friends was like, "Oh no, Technoblade has cancer." And my literal reaction was, "Who's Technoblade?" I had no idea. Not a clue in the world. And then my kids started like watching things like the Dream versus Techno animation by Sadist. I was like, okay, I get a little bit more of who that is. And she latched on to every single Sadist video there was. We watched them all and repeat multiple times. I like Sadist. She's a good animator. There we go. Let me put the torch over here so nothing spawns. And then we started watching things like the Dream Manhunts. And we watched every single manhunt, sometimes more than once. And I can appreciate Dream's skill by quite a bit. He is definitely a skilled player. And then I caught on to the whole like controversy about Dream, and he cheated. It's like, but he also apologized. I mean, he apologized for it, so at some point you just kind of have to let that stuff go. Like, okay, fine, whatever. Life goes on. None of us are perfect. If you canceled everyone for every little thing that they did, there would be no one left. There we go. So I've seen every manhunt. I was there for the live of the latest one. I was there for the live of the prison break when Techno got Dream out of prison on the SMP. It's been a lot of fun catching up and getting to know everything. I watched a series that retold the whole Dream SMP story. I've just been soaking it up, honestly. I found out who Green and Mumbo Jumbo and those people were fairly early on, but mostly because I was looking for like building videos and trying to build my skill level. And they were super helpful. Actually, Green was a big help with trying to figure out how to do those stairs. He was the one who had the video of doing 2 circles and then doing like half the circle as the way up. So I did like that, but twice. That's how my stairs came to be. So thank you to Green. I'm saying that right. I'm really bad with pronunciations. And Mumbo Jumbo's Redstone, like, that's been a huge help with me learning as well. And I've gotten pretty decent at redstoning stuff now. Like, I'm not his level by any means. But there's certainly people on this server who've been playing Minecraft longer than me who come to me for advice and help. And like again, I'm not an expert, but I know something. And when I was setting up our like Monopoly game that we're going to start doing here pretty soon, I started a whole system where we could like walk over and press the button. Actually, why don't I go over there and show you now? So I spent like 2 days setting this all up. I had to find a good place for it and figuring out all the board spaces and writing out all the cards and all the properties. And I think we're just about to start. 4 of us have said we're interested. I've set up their chests so everyone has their stuff. And I put my piece on the board, but we haven't started rolling yet. I put little signs so people can know where to go. I know where it is because I set it up. And we get down here to our little nether pathways to each other's houses. So when that minecart area that went off the side of my place, that way went to Twice. This pathway, go to Alakai's. Excuse you. You mind? I'm trying to have a little thing here. Thank you. Over that way is to Tibby's house. That way is to Alakai's house. And we need to go this way to get to the board. Just because of the way the portal landed. I thought it was going to be closer to Alakai's house than over here, but eh. So this setup is Chrissy's house. He's the one doing all the amethyst stuff, and he said he did the glass dome here because every time he would come in the nether, he gets shot up by gas and it was annoying him. So we set that up so he could be safe. And we're gonna go over here and downstairs. This is another portal. I think this one is Luna's. I haven't gone in it to look because I know Luna's kind of a private person and I don't want to step on toes and make him mad. I don't know if he's feeling as private this time around, but as safe than sorry. Respect, that kind of stuff. Oh, hello. You want to play? Poglins are always so annoying. And here's where the board landed. I've just put this wall up so no one accidentally walks into the lava over there. It just falls right off. Like, it's a cliff. So just being a little cautious. And here we go. There's a way up. But here's our board. This is my piece. Superhead. So I've got our starting stashes here. We all get the same amount of copper as everyone else. I've given these guys all a candle to use as their piece. Alakai's dyed his purple. The others haven't been on yet to do theirs. Hopefully they will soon. And then we've got the board. So here's go. And it goes across. I've done it all Minecrafty, so the brown spaces are an Illager outpost and mansion. The blue ones are water related. The pink ones are more of a whatever. So it's a ruin portal, plains village, and an igloo, the most random of them. Then we've got the underground stuff. We've got the nether stuff. We've got the desert stuff. Again, a little more random. Buried treasure, swamp hut, jungle temple. There's not exactly a lot of jungle type stuff I wanted to do, but oh well. Then we've got fortress and portal. There's no the end stuff, like a end city or an end ship or anything like that. And I figured maybe I could add that to another game. And here we've got how the dice rolls work. So I'm just going to shift this. Give me a little space. Over here, so the dice roll, and it spits two numbers at you. So here I got a 6 and a 3. So I would take my piece and I would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and get all the way over here. And then when I'm done, I just toss them back in the system. And if you happen to land on like community chest or a chance, come over here. This is a community chest one. You click it, and it throws a book at you. You open the book. Oh, and I got a get out of jail free card. Then when you're done with it, you put it back in the system for the next person to get theirs. Same thing. Broke your anvil, pay 100 copper. That kind of stuff. It's a really simple system. This is just a dispenser that has 8 cards. This one has the other 8 cards. When you press the button, it sets them both off, so this one spits one at you, and that one spits one at the hopper to put back into it to replace it. Okay. Same thing here with the chance cards. It's no different. It's just the chance cards instead of the community chest. That's the bastion. So that would have been cool. Oh well. I was gonna do a big dice roll machine along this wall, but we're actually not very far away from spawn. And when you get to a certain closeness to the spawn, you can't break anything. So I'm just gonna pop up here real quick. I'm gonna pop up here. So this is our little shopping center, I guess. That's the discount dock put up by Tibby. He's got mending books and glass and a couple other things. And this is the balloon shop set up by Chrissy. He's got dyes and candles and a bunch of other stuff going on too. Let me show you them both real quick. Not really sure what this is here for, but it's there. Here you can get glass, green dye, leaf payment, mending books. Don't think anyone's been taking anything lately. I didn't touch those. Wonder who didn't pay for them. Enter chest for if anyone wants to transport things back and forth a little easier. This is Chrissy's. I love that. So, custom orders, but I haven't asked anything from him personally. It's a little up. He's got iron, spyglasses, salmon, lots of dyes. These are all like dyes and stuff. I don't know what that is. I don't really use any of these. I try not to. I did a little bit when I was setting up the boards because I didn't want to keep going back and like making stuff myself. So, like, he hasn't taken the gold for the candles yet. Crossbow, but, I mean, the channel one kind of sucks. I've got my own crossbow. But that's Chrissy's shop. And you go back down here. Go through the hole. I'm so skilled at this game. I'm so skilled. And then we spawned in this world right up over here. Mind your business. I'm an expert at this game, guys. Don't get beat me. So see when we get close? We can't break anything. Doesn't matter how much you punch it, it's not going anywhere. And it doesn't matter. Oh, that one. That broke. That's weird. Didn't think they broke up here. Ah, these don't. Okay. So that's like just beyond the reach. But still, I thought it was a little close. I didn't want to get too close. Because here's where we spawned in and we kind of like left notes. Remember? Mind yo business. Over there, that's Alakai's. That's actually where I did the video for me going to the temple. That's his build. He let me borrow it. Thank you, Alakai. You are super. That's a ravine. Check out that big hole. Mind your business. Nothing wants to mind his business today. It just wants to come to attack me. So yeah, this is Alakai's area. Go away, Spooter. He's got his own stuff set up. I don't have a cow farm like he does, but I'm sure he wouldn't mind if I borrowed it if I really needed it. I'm not going to, though. That's not what I do. This is a village he's going to have set up with actual villagers eventually. Don't think he's had any luck in finding any yet. Great big farming area, because, you know, you need food. And this is a grinder he's got going on. I've borrowed that a few times. It's been super helpful trying to get, like, gunpowder and whatnot. That was me adjusting the computer. I'm playing on a laptop. I'll leave all that to him to show off a bit more. It is his area. What are my dogs doing here? How do I still have dogs here? I thought I cleaned you guys all up. Come on. When we went to go... Come on, boys. When we went to go raid that mansion, I brought a bunch of my dogs along with me, and then they actually, like, didn't teleport along as we were going. So they stayed behind, and somehow, like, got stuck behind. They've been everywhere ever since. There's one over at Twy's house. It's just ridiculous. Problem is, I don't want them killing the foxes. Come on, guys. Come through the portal. Come on. Come through the portal. Go to the portal. Thought I cleaned all you boys up. Come back. I actually don't like the nether, like, at all. Tippy and I found this nether fortress a little ways away. And to speed up getting there, we built a big bridge. Instead of having to deal with... Come on, go through the portal. Going the long way around every time. And then one day, I was trying to farm there a little bit, and got completely owned. This was when I still, like, wearing iron stuff. Got completely owned by, like, a bunch of blazes and a wither skeleton, and it just was not a good day for me. So then I started, like, running back, thinking I could grab my stuff and be okay again. And then a ghast shot at me, broke a hole in the bridge, and I fell to my death. And I was done at that point during the day. I gave up. If ever finds my stuff, you can have it. I'm done. And it's just been a lot of bad experiences when it comes to the nether. So I stay out of there as much as possible. I like the overworld. We're going to have a lot of fun when we go to the end, though. Actually, we're planning on end raid on Saturday. We're going to do, hopefully Alakai and I can do a mansion run. I've got another map. He didn't get to go with us last time. So he and I are hoping to do a mansion. Then we're hoping that we can do the end after that. There we go. Come on, boys. Come on. Come on. And we'll go take care of the dragon, and we'll go look for elytras, and kill some shulkers, that kind of stuff. I will see if I can record that, and it won't suck. Not sure yet. Why are you not coming when I call you puppies? Come on. Fine, you can sit there. You coming? Come over here. Come over here. Come on. Come on. Come on. I don't know who's more stubborn. You guys are my kid. Come on. My kid is the queen of stubborn. So stubborn. She will almost never do what I ask her. Love her to death, though. Oh, you know that video that Dream posted just recently? The one about the revival book? That looks so silly. The revival book from, like, his perspective? In that one, he called Phil the old. Said he was gonna die soon anyway. And, like, I took a little bit of offense to that. Not because Phil's is, like, old, but, like, I'm pretty sure I'm the same age as Philza. Pretty sure. I was like, if you're calling Philza old, you're calling me old. And I don't think I'm old. I mean, maybe I'm old in this community, but I'm not old. I am a young and spry 33. Not for much longer. Don't tell anybody. Yes, you are watching a 33-year-old play Minecraft. And I'm a noob! Alright, back to the spire. There we go, back to the spire. So in case anyone is wondering, I am married. My kid did not just spawn randomly one day. And she's not like Wilbur or something where it's a kid that I pretend is my kid, who's actually quite a bit older. No, no, no. Like, this is my kid. And I love her to death, even though she is stubborn and spoiled. But she's my girl. And honestly, I really appreciate Dadza. Like the fact that he's like the veteran of the group. And he takes care of all the boys and they'll go running with their drama and he's just like, yo, I got this. Be that paternal caretaker they all need. And his relationship with Techno is just adorable. Like, let's be honest, that's just cute. Is this too flat? Let's see how it looks from the other side. Yeah, you could use a little more variation, couldn't it? Alright, so let's make it a little different over here. Add a couple more chunks. We'll just miss. That's fine. Go like that. I'll see if I can add one there. That works. There we go. Mix it up a little instead of just doing straight lines. A little variation always makes it look a little more natural. Let's not do that. For some reason, this computer, when I try to press escape while using my talk button, it wants to like alt tab. But like, no, I'm pressing escape. Maybe that's the thing on all computers and just I'm silly, but it's certainly something I've noticed. You can go like that. Looks good. And a little bit here. I'll change this a little bit. There. Little differences. I'm not going to fill the whole thing in. I'm just going to do like the outer shell. If I tried to fill it all in, it would be way too many rocks. It takes a long time to dig them all up and then make them all pretty and cook them so they're the right size. It's just... Cooking rocks is a big deal. And not like the other kind of rocks, you sillies. Like stone rocks. If anybody has any questions for me and who I am or about anything really, you can feel free to comment on the video and I will answer them in the next one. I really hope that I can find like a group of fans, people who are cool, people who are not overly aggressive, just nice people. Nice people to hang out with. Actually, one of my favorite YouTubers who's completely unrelated to Minecraft in any way, shape, or form. When I was first like trying to start into this whole YouTuber thing, I started vocalizing some of my concerns to him, and he, like, super cool guy, was like, it's really not as bad as you might think. A lot of the fans are really cool. A lot of people are really nice, more supportive than a lot of people would lead you to believe. You just gotta start. You just gotta push yourself to start. And that's the hardest part. And he's totally right. It's so hard to start. I've been working at this for weeks trying to build up the nerves. So, little shout out to Axelbeats, who runs an Inuyasha / Yashahime channel that I've been following for over a year now. He's such a nice guy. And he's Canadian like me. Always love supporting Canadian content creators. So there you go, you've learned a lot about me today, haven't you? I am a 33-year-old mom, married woman, Canadian, who plays Minecraft. And that's just me. How's that look so far? And here. Yeah, I think that actually looks pretty good. Got some different elevation going on. It's going in quickly, so it's going to lead more to the spire over there. That's a lot of what I want, is I want the spire to be like closer to the spire there, where my tunnel goes under. This one's a little too like directly pointy. I'll show you the inside of this one while we're here. So like this one it's all hollow on the inside. You can come in here and it goes all the way to the floor. How did I miss a spot? I could have sworn. Did someone steal some of the sand and stuff around here? Bad people. Ruining my projects. The only reason that this little spot isn't broken off, is broken off, I suppose, is that ran a raid the other day at my villager island. So it's nice and safe. They're safe there. They're not going to get hurt. And we couldn't find the one group. Like, they just wouldn't show up. Don't know why. So had to, like, break it open and check underneath, like, see if they spawned in the spire. They didn't. They just spawned at a really weird spot and took forever to show up. Actually, in that little stone island over there. No, I want to put a thing up there. This may be the weirdest way to build, but I enjoy it. No, see, I want to put one like... Fine, be like that. We'll work over here some more. And I missed again. There we go. A little more spire work going on. I really hope that we can start doing like more lore stuff on this server soon. I would love to be able to start doing lore and exploring like the world and the gods and the people, and maybe get some more attention for the whole server, not just this little bit that I'm doing here. One of the other things I've been watching lately has been the Origin SMP, and I know they mostly just kind of mess around there, but it looks a lot of fun to me. Like the whole different origins and different powers. I don't know what I would pick myself if I got to do something like that. I'd have to read them all. But it's been fun like watching Rambo like teleport around and kill the gas just by teleporting. Or you can't see people who are wearing jack-o'-lanterns on their faces. I was watching Wilbur's a little bit about going through walls and stuff. I don't think I'd want to be what he is though. The whole phasing through walls and then ending up in lava. It just doesn't seem like it'd be very much fun. No idea what I'd pick though. Definitely not Nikki's gotta be stuck in water. I want to go there. I like Nikki. She's a really great creator too. Fun to watch. And she's joined up with Techno and the Dream SMP, which is fun. Need a little light over here. No monster spawning, please. I think of all of the Minecraft YouTubers, now that I'm a little more acclimated to who everyone is, my top three would probably be Dream, Thelza, and Techno. Like, they're definitely the ones that I jump to the most. And I think like any good dork, I've thought about like what I would do if I was invited to join the Dream SMP. And I don't know if I ever will. It's just like fun to think about sometimes. What's the good of being a dork if you don't be a dork, right? One of the things I really enjoyed more recently on the Dream SMP was the whole foolish building the Dream XD statue. I was there for all of that. That was a lot of fun. And every time like Dream XD would show up and pick on him, I got a good laugh out of that. I do wonder how serious that was in terms of the lore of the world. Probably not very. Like in the grand scheme of things, it was probably one of the least serious ones. But I'd like to think it's going to be like them showing off that Dream XD is going to be a little more important to the lore of the world, but I'm probably wrong. We could use a little torch over here. Which bit of light, please? Because honestly, if I got to join, that's probably where I'd want to stick myself as part of Dream XD's like group. Not necessarily a pet, but some kind of helper in some respect. But again, that's also entirely dependent on how serious all that was. I mean, if the whole Dream XD thing was just to mess around with Foolish, then I don't know. Fun to watch. It's a good day when you do get to see their content again. That's a big gap, isn't it? Gonna add in a little stone there. I do that a lot. I'm really glad I built an ocean. Because I fall in the water all the time. I've tried to be a bit of a more well-rounded player. Some people are just builders. Some people are like huge into PvP. Some people are really good at certain sections and just meh at others. And I know a jack of all trades is a master of none. That's okay. But I'd rather be a little more of a jack of all. I'd rather be able to do some of this and some of that, be able to handle redstone building, be able to do building, fall again. But I want to be able to do a little bit of everything. So like I've got all those villagers and everything. I've got all that just from like getting them from villages myself. None of them are saved, unfortunately, so none of them give me price reductions. I like helping out my friends with projects, but I like to stay self-sufficient myself. I would rather not have to borrow and take and steal from people. I'm not going to steal from my friends here, of course. But I definitely like the respect privacy part. Like, leave my stuff alone, I'll leave your stuff alone. Out this way a little. Meet up here. Excellent. Look at how well this is coming along. That's part of the fun of watching Philza, isn't it? Like, he knows so much about the game. Like, so much. Things that people are like, what? Like, blows their minds constantly. It's hilarious. Dolphins. He's definitely a little more my comfort streamer watching Philza. If I want like lore and action, I'm all over Techno, but Techno's also hilarious. Actually, funny fact, my kid's school today was dress up as your favorite character day. She picked Technoblade. And I did not have anything in the house for like helping her dress up as Technoblade. So my husband was awesome and we went online and found a king cape and a pig nose and ears and she dressed up like Technoblade. And she was so happy. And we got to the bus stop for her to go to school. And kids are like, "Are you Piggy from Piggy on Roblox?" And she's like, "No, you have to guess though." And like, "Are you Peppa?" "No." And one girl was like, "Wait, you're that character from the Dream Thing." I'm giggling to myself, going, "Get the Dream Thing." Okay. She meant the Dream SMP. I knew what she meant. And she's like, "Yeah, but who?" And it's like, "Oh, you're Technoblade." And she was so excited and running around just happy that people knew who she was. So guess what, Techno? You're super popular with like Canadian children. There we go. Oh, why are you lagging? Stop being laggy. There we go. I really like Rambo. He'd probably be like high up on my favorite list too. He's just proven to be like a really good guy, a good person, and that's always appreciated for me. Like to be a decent human being first and foremost. I can respect that. I am curious to see what happens with his character too. Like he was talking about a couple different things, and I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who hasn't watched Rambo in a while or at all. But like he's just got such a unique character and interesting thought line, and that whole like, oh, he's actually being, oh, not spoils. Not gonna spoil. Go check out if you haven't. She's awesome. How's that looking? What do you guys think? Looking pretty good so far? Definitely goes in more there than here. I think it's alright. You know what? For my first ever like long video, I think I'm gonna cut it here for now. Talked a lot, and I feel like I've covered a lot of things, and you see me zip around the Alakai SMP for a bit. And here's hoping that maybe next time some more of my friends will be on. That's gonna look so cool when it's done. So thank you everyone for coming out, checking out my videos. Like and subscribe if you like. I'm new here. I would very much appreciate a little extra help. So like, subscribe, please, and come back another time for another video. Have a great day, everyone.